everyone, welcome back to our new episode. And today here we have our new work permit approval with us at AMK's virtual office to celebrate his work permit journey with all of you. So meet our client, Mr. Ramesaditya from Bangalore, who recently got approved to Canada with the assistance of AMK Global team. So let's just talk to him and know about his work permit journey with all our AMK Global Group. Before we proceed,
Yes.
I would like to congratulate you on getting this wonderful mark. So how is the feeling at this moment as you got approved?
Feeling I can't express. It was out of the world because I was completely depending on this work permit, completely in the sense, totally overall. There is no terminology. I was totally dependent on this visa because I had already quit my job, which I was well-paying job. My last salary was 1.3 lakhs. I was working for Toyota Kirloskar Motors as a team leader. It was giving me around 1.3, 1.4 CTC. I quit that job believing I will get this visa ASAP, but due to this COVID situation, it took a bit long time.
Now, finally, as you got this wonderful news, how was your reaction at that time?
Reaction was out of the world. I can't express it. I can't put it in a small word or in a sentence or anything. It was out of the world. And I was unable to believe. Actually, to be frank, or to tell you the exact thing, my first submission was rejected, refused. I got a first refusal.
Okay.
I don't know what was wrong, and your AMK RCIC told me that we have to apply for an ATIP note. Then only we'll come to know the exact reason. Then I waited for ATIP note for around 4 months. Then it was very shocking to see the ATIP note. The result there in the ATIP note, the refusal reason was a simple reason. They stated that I am overqualified despite of having a master's degree and a very good score in IELTS. Why I am going to such a small place, that is and all, which was really, I was
Yeah.
not able to that particular line where they say that I'm overqualified and why do I want to go to a small resort. It was really, really horrible. Then again, your RCIC worked out the file once again and they asked me few documents which I submitted. Then everything went on and I got the result in probably around 10 to 12 days. I got my work permit approved.
All right. So means it was not more than a roller coaster ride for you. No, like
Definitely,
so many
if
are.
something
Yeah.
if something is there than roller coaster, I would definitely say that.
Yeah. All right. But finally, the good news is here, and soon you will be in Canada.
Actually, here after even after approval, there was one more hurdle with the employer. A person from India who had joined my employer previously, he did not know the work, but somehow he got his work permit approved. And after reaching there, after working with the employer for 2 months, the employer came to know that he doesn't know anything for which he got selected. At that moment, the employer again, he went back. He said that whoever the trade persons are coming, I want to conduct one more interview. So even after approval, he did not give me a go ahead. Then very recently last week I had a meeting with them. He had brought a local technician from his side, so that technician conducted the interview and again it went well. The very next day they gave me the confirmation to join them ASAP.
So, Ramesh, like when you have shared this news with your family, with your friend, so how was their reaction at that time?
From the day process started and till now, not even my parents, only my wife knows the thing. I have not yet disclosed it to anyone, so I'm waiting for the tickets to get confirmed. I've already booked the tickets. I'm waiting to get it confirmed. So once it is confirmed, I'm going to tell my kids. I'm going to tell my parents. So I don't know what how they are going to react.
All right. So means there are a lot of things coming on your way, like the happiness, the celebration. So it's so good to know, and it's so wonderful to hear like your journey with us as you got refusal back, no, and the reasons behind that. Now finally you got approved. Soon you will be in your dream country. So it's just like I'm really proud of to be a part of AMK Global for making your dream comes true. So yeah, it's so
Yeah.
wonderful to know. So now I'm very curious to know, or I'm sure our viewers would also like very curious to know like a bit about yourself. So can you share a bit about your experience, your qualification, something about yourself?
Yeah. I did my ITI. It's a 2 years trade course back in 1997. Then I worked for Eureka Forbes for around 1 year. Then for some small PCB manufacturing industry for 1 year. Then in 2000 I joined Toyota Kirloskar Motors as a maintenance team member. Then for around after around 10 years, 2010, yeah, 2010 I got promoted as a team leader. In 2011 one of my colleague who was in Toyota, he went to Australia. When I checked with him, he did some bachelor's and some short course and all those things. He went there. So I started my immigration dream from there. Twice I applied for Australian TRA, but it got refused. Reasons even they did not say. Even in the first time, the fees was around 300 Australian dollar. Even at that time they did not give me a perfect reason, and in 2012 again I approached them. They stated that after 6 months I can retry, so again after 6 months I applied. At the time the fees was around 1000 Australian dollar. Then second time also it got refused without any reason, saying that after 6 months I can try. So I dropped the plan of Australia. But through some consultancies I came to know that my base education is not sufficient. So by the time I had already finished my bachelor's, so I did my master's in 2014. I completed my master's in finance administration. Um, Everything was good in Toyota. My kids, my elder daughter is doing her BCom, but somewhere this immigration for the betterment of my kids' future was always there in my background. Again, in 2019, my cousin Naveen Krishnamurthy, who enrolled in AMK, and he got selected. He's a chef actually, so he got selected again. For due to COVID situation, his visa process took around 1 year, 1 year 3 months or something. So then at that time he referred me, this is a case, they work on this basis. Then I contacted Sammy in 2020 September. 2020 September. They straight away, no, 2020 Jan or February, I contacted Sammy. He straight away told me that AMK is specialized only in hospitality industry, so they don't have any requirement as a technician or tradespeople. In 2020 September, one fine day, I saw Sammy's WhatsApp status where he had mentioned they require an electrician. Immediately, I contacted him. They gave me all the joining details and the fees and all those things. Immediately, I enrolled. In December, I had an interview. I got selected. But that employer during the LMIA stage, he told me that for my wages, actually I they had offered me around 21 or 22 CAD. At LMI time only they came to know that, and they told salary is bit high, so they don't want to hire me. So that got rejected. Second time in February, again they gave me an interview. In that also I was selected, but that employer was not eligible for LMIA process. Again, that went on. Finally, in a third interview, that was again in February, I got selected, and I'm in this stage now.
Oh my God. Like it was really a roller coaster ride for you. Like you have a huge
No, no, no.
experience, as I heard from you.
I said you earlier, if there is something more than roller coaster, I would definitely say that. Probably some skydiving or bungee jumping or something like that.
All right. So, Ramesh, how was your experience with Sammy while coordinating with him, or how was your experience like when you got signed up with the team, like with our legal team? So, how was?
Actually, actually, for maybe I don't know about Australia or other process. For Canada, if anybody is doing, I would definitely suggest them, please have patience. This is the only thing which I did not have. Every time I used to knock Sammy's door or Gopi was very he had created a South India processing group, many things. Gopi was always interacting with me. So once interview is done, the very next day I used to follow up with them. But again, they patience is the only thing which we need for immigration to Canada. I don't know about other countries, but to Canada we
Yeah.
need definite. But since I was jobless and I'd already quit my job, I did not have this patience part. So I used to knock I used to drop message, I used to call him. There were many things I have done, but to be frank, the process is like, there is something after interview, this thing has to be done, after this, after LMA, this thing has to be done. So that thing took lot of time, but I was impatient and I used to knock, Gopi, what happened, Sammy, what happened. But they were patient and they were very, very helpful, they were kind, and they used to share all the details on a timely basis.
Oh my God. Wonderful to know that you had a good experience with our entire AMK team. And, thank you so much for giving us such a detailed feedback, because I'm sure like a lot of viewers who will be watching this episode, like your video or your feedback will be really helpful for them, right? So now, lastly, like, do you have any message or any advice that you would like to give to other people who are also looking to migrate to Canada?
I highly recommend definitely to anyone to go to AMK without any second doubt or any second opinion. See, even though I had a positive case, my cousin itself, even then I had a lot of doubts, and the process was getting delayed. But it was not anything. There was nothing in AMK's hand. Everything was from like LMIA. It's nothing to be done through AMK, and visa processing is nothing to be done by AMK. Everything is done by Canadian government. So whatever was there through AMK, it is done on a timely manner. But as I said, for immigration to Canada, we need lot of patience. So
Yes, true.
anybody who is definitely anybody can enroll with the AMK without any second thought. Case will be done in a very good and timely manner. But we need to have patience, because time is the thing which mostly consumed by Canadian government and the immigration team.
Yes, well said. And I think trust and patience are like one of the most important part, or I would say a most important aspects, like, right? Because
Yes.
trust and patience is like a client have, and then all the hard work, which our processing team already doing. So it's just a mixture of all these things, and then you are good to get your approvals too, right? So yeah, thank
Yes.
you so much for joining me today or having this wonderful conversation. I really enjoyed this. And lastly, like, on behalf of the entire AMK team, I just wish you lots of good luck and success for your future. Thank you so much.